parents, community guests, and our distinguished guests, Mayor Badeau, board members Sarah Spear and Tom Hagelin, Superintendent Lane Larson, Assistant Superintendent Heidi Hahn, Buildings and Grounds Director Reed Teesey, ICS Damian Williams, our third grade teacher, Mrs. Smith, our PTO president, Elsie Stanek, and our student speakers today, Ava Milo, Will Larson, and Kinsley Weiss. At this time, I ask that we all rise and join in the reciting of the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's get this party started. So every morning at Garfield starts with music now. It's in the halls. It started during COVID, and we thought, why not make it part of today's program? Because it's fun to see kids move and groove and dance and get that mood going right away in the morning. So thank you, third graders. You guys did an amazing job and got us all started in the right mood. 3 years ago, our community proudly invested to improve all of the Brainerd schools. That investment provided safer schools, more efficient schools, more spacious schools, and more beautiful schools. When you walk the halls of Garfield now, you will see the smiles, you will hear the laughs, and you will feel the excitement and pride that our students have in their building. Every child should have a chance to come to a school where they are accepted and can grow to be their best. Thanks for providing a space where our students get to do just that. There are some final thanks, though, that I need to give today. To Kim, to Cindy, and to Lori. Thanks for making sure that we were always fed, no matter where or how we got food. Your flexibility and positivity made everyone feel at home, and we all know a good meal makes life better at home. To our Phi-Ed teachers, Mr. Beloga and Mr. Grassam. Without gyms this year, life was really challenging, and you have shown our kids that challenges can be overcome. I don't know any other school in the state of Minnesota that had gym outside until March. We did. Thank you for your leadership, gym teachers. To our amazing custodial staff who have kept us clean, organized, and equipped. They were always there to make sure everything was good, no matter how big a leak or how stinky a smell. To the staff, you have changed routines and locations countless times through all of these years. You have triumphed through the chaos, and you have done it with grace and a smile. You have ensured that our students are safe and that all kids get to where they're going. You've also ensured that they are provided what they need and what they deserve every day. Thanks for being the glue that has kept us all together through all of this. And to our students. There were probably days when you didn't even know how to get into school, but you came anyway. There have been days when your room was closed, or you had to switch or move to a new place, and you did it like champs, and you made the changes. I am so proud of you for all of your patience. I think our kids deserve a round of applause. Because I know I was asked at least 100 times, when will the big gym be ready? I can proudly say today, it is. Enjoy this beautiful school. It was made for you. I am proud to know that our community believes in us and supports our work, and the legacy that this project will leave will bless our Garfield students forever. Thank you. At this time, I would like to call up Director Sarah Spear.
Thank you, Principal Kennedy. Good morning, you guys. I'm Sarah Spear, member of the Board of Education, and I'm so excited to be with you this morning to dedicate your beautiful school. I wanted to start by sharing just a quick story about your school. So I'm a mom, and a few years ago, I had to drop my daughter off for basketball practice in the middle of the winter here. She had practice here once in a while. And I dropped her off and drove away, and she went inside and was met by a dark, empty school building. Do you know what that feels like, to be somewhere that's kind of dark and empty? And so she was a little third or fourth grader, And she went walking around and found somebody that kind of helped her find her way to the phone and called us and stayed with her until we could get there and pick her up. And I was so, so grateful that she didn't have to be here alone, that she had someone here to help her. But then, a couple days later, she got this card in the mail from this helper that had found her that said, "Atlee, you have been so brave, and I'm so proud of you, and you did such a wonderful thing in figuring out how to find resources for yourself." I was so impressed with the dedication and the care. And as I look around this room, at all the grown-ups in this room, I bet we could all tell stories about that kind of love and support happening at this school all the time. There are just ways to dedicate your heart and your time so that you feel safe and cared for and want to learn. And the people in this room make that happen for you. So, I think it goes beyond right here, right? Ms. Kennedy said, our community loves you and supports you. And you know how I can tell? She mentioned it, because 3 years ago, we said yes. We said, let's go out and remodel all these school buildings and make them the very best we can for these students so that they have the best spaces to learn. And we said yes to that because we wanted to make sure that you knew how much we believe in you and that you have opportunities to be the very best you that you can be. And I said, let's go out and remodel like it just happens overnight, right? It's not that easy, as we all know. This started many years ago, maybe 6 or more years ago, when Superintendent Lane Larson came into the district, and she started gathering up all the hopes and the dreams and the plans that had been worked on in this community. And she was an awesome leader for us. And we needed that champion. We needed someone to come in and get us through this. So thank you, Superintendent Larson, for your tenacity and your dedication to our district to bring us through. Let's give her a round of applause. And thank you to the staff and students for working and living through all the construction. You guys rocked it. You did awesome, and thank you for doing that. Today we are celebrating Garfield, but in the years to come, you guys are going to head off to the middle school and to the newly remodeled high school, and I hope every time you walk into the door of one of your school buildings, you feel like you just got a giant hug from your community, because that's what we want you to feel. We want you to know that we believe in you, and we want to invest in you, and you are everything for us and for our future. So on behalf of the Board of Education, congratulations on your new school.
All right. My gosh, did any of you see a giant cucumber come through here yesterday? What was that all about? Holy heck, did we have fun? It was me? I don't know about that. All right, so we're going to have a little bit of fun, but we got to make sure we stay kind of calm too, all right? I want to tell you guys a little something that I'm not supposed to admit. As the mayor, I'm not supposed to have a favorite school, but I do, and it's this one. And I'll tell you why this is my favorite school. This is the school that I went to as a kid. This is the school that my 2 oldest kids went to when they were kids. My daughter, actually next year, will graduate the high school. My son is going to be in 10th grade next year. And both of them sat right here on this floor. It was a little shorter, as you guys may remember. The gym was a little shorter, but they sat right here on this floor as well. And this school means a lot to me, because I used to live right down the street. How many of you live around here? Yeah, look at all the hands here, right? And one of the coolest things for me was when I was very, very little, my older brother, who's a couple years older than me, a couple grades older than me, took me by the hand, and he walked me down the street and walked me to school every morning. And then I would meet up with him, and he would walk me home every afternoon. And I thought that was about the coolest thing that could ever be, because we were so big, and we were able to be a little independent. And one of the things that happened when we were asking about these schools and what we wanted to do was the community stood up and they said, we love our neighborhood schools. We love the idea that our schools are in the neighborhood and that these kids get to have a place where they live that is also where they get to go play and where they get to go learn. And so I want to thank you guys for being here, but I also want to thank your parents and the taxpayers. We got to remember where the money comes from, the people that made the vote. But one of the things they said very strongly was that they believed in you guys and that they believed in having our neighborhood schools. And I can't be happier that that happened, because it means that my favorite school right here in Brainerd gets to exist. So I want to thank you guys for that. I also want to point out that I brought a friend with me. This is Tiffany Stangline. Tiffany Stangline is the representative on the city council, which means she's one of my friends that sit in my meetings with me all the time, the boring meetings that we sit through. And she's the one that represents this area as well. So she's right here. So if your parents have any problems at all, you tell them not to call the mayor. You tell them to call Tiffany Stangline. You're welcome, Tiffany. So I want to thank you guys, and I just want to say that you're going to have a lot of people come up here and talk, and I know it's going to get a little boring, and we're going to have a lot of people that are thanked. But it is important that we thank everyone for what they did, because a lot of people put a lot of work into making sure that this building got to be what it is. And I remember when I was in 4th grade, right here, we did the same thing, where we went through the same process where we added on to the school. And the first half of this gym didn't exist when I started in Garfield. Garfield was just one hallway. That's all it was, the one long hallway in the front. And that led down to the gym, and that was it. And then when I was in 4th grade, we added on this. And now it's great to see us once again investing back into this school, and it's great to see all you guys getting to have fun. Thank you.
Well, good morning. Good morning. My name is Damian Williams, and I'm with ICS. We got to oversee the design and the construction of this project, so we got a really fun role in this project because I like to build things. I like to see things getting designed. We get to do a lot of, and we get to work with a lot of great people along the way. It takes a really big team to do a project like this. This project took like 2 summers, and we did go a little longer into to get the gym addition completed. Obviously, you guys had to do a lot of things outside this fall and maybe even part of the winter when the days were nice. But again, it takes a great team of people to do that work. This building has 6 additions to it. 4 that were outside the building, and then we also built 2 classrooms within your little courtyard. So all these contractors had to work through the building to make those little additions. So there were a lot of fun little challenges along the way when we worked on this building. I want to acknowledge some companies we got to work with. We have our design team. We worked with Wold Architects, Sarah Kelsenberg. We worked with Widseth, Erica Markison, Tim Ramerth, and Lindsay Krins. And we also worked with Northland Consultant Engineers, Mark Udd, and CMTA, Cameron Merkel, and Andrew Barch. So that was our group of design staff that helped us create the design. And then we had our ICS team on site. We had Eric Baker on the first summer. Eric, you want to raise your hand in the back? And then we also had Robert Etter on the second summer and into the fall. Eric got a couple of the smaller additions, while Robert got some of the bigger additions. So I think Robert got the more challenging part of the project. But they both did a really good job, and we really appreciate having them here. The construction contractors, the local construction contractors in the area have been fabulous. Again, we are so blessed with great contractors, so I'll let Reed talk more about the contractors, but we do have a couple in attendance today, so that's great to see. I want to thank the Brainerd School Board, the Brainerd School Board of Education. Again, we want to thank Sarah Spears, who just spoke a little bit earlier, and then Tom Hagelin. We also have Sue Kern in the audience, who is also a big part of this project. Sue, do you want to raise your hand? So we want to make sure we thank all those people. And then from the district, we want to thank Superintendent Lane Larson, Assistant Superintendent Heidi Hahn, Principal Jody Kennedy, Director of Buildings and Grounds Reed Teesey, the teachers and staff of Garfield Elementary School. I miss Marcy. Business Services, Marcy Lord. Marcy, you want to raise your hand? I'm sorry. And we want to thank everybody, all the students and faculty here, because remodeling a building is never easy and it's always inconvenient, but at the end is always a great thing to see, a great project at the end. So with that, thank you.
It is a great day to be a Garfield Warrior, isn't it? Yes. Well, good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I am Chris Smith, and I teach third grade at Garfield. And Garfield has been my school home for 32 years. Like, you heard that right, 32 years. And when I walked through those doors 32 years ago, things looked totally different. The staff, the teachers, the people that were working here, some of the finest educators I've been blessed to work with and still call family, have come and gone. And new family has taken over and joined. Like the mayor said, when I walked in here 32 years ago, one hallway, you couldn't get lost. Yeah. And through those years, I have been blessed to have the opportunity to watch everything change and evolve. We are so thankful that our community cares so much about education and our school and our kids that they gave us this gift of a new and improved building. I mean, just look around you. Miss Jen has windows. We have a safe and secure entrance for everyone. We have new carpet and desks and walls and paint and lights and bathrooms, a bigger gym, totally worth the wait. A fabulous kitchen, some meetings rooms, some office space. Miss Cassie has her own room, a new copy room, and so much more. And it looks great because change is always good. Now, these walls, people may look different, but one thing has never changed. It has remained the same. Garfield has and always will be a lighthouse for kids. A lighthouse sits right by the water, and it shines and it works every day, and it is dedicated to its job. It never takes a day or night off. A lighthouse has to do its best work in the darkest of nights and the toughest of storms. That's when a lighthouse is needed the most, and it faces those storms with confidence and grace. But most importantly, it doesn't matter to a lighthouse if the boat out in the storm is a big fancy ship filled with important people and riches, or a tiny little rowboat, a broken down rowboat who needs help. Because a lighthouse believes that every boat is important. Every boat is worthy of being saved, and that every boat deserves a chance to come to shore, find a safe place where the people on that boat can thrive and grow and be happy. Kids, look around you. These adults in this place are your lighthouses. They come to work every day ready to shine and to help you realize that you are worthy, you matter, you can accomplish anything. You can even be mayor. Every single one of you. And our hope is that when you leave this lighthouse called Garfield, that you take some of this light and you shine on your own wherever you go. Walls and structures and paint and carpet change, yes, thank heavens. But what happens inside these walls never has and never will. And I couldn't be more honored to call Garfield my school home. It is truly the best lighthouse around. So, shine on, Garfield. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Elsie Stanek, and I'm the PTO president, and I also have 3 kiddos that go here at Garfield. What a great example I feel that this is for our children to see what can be accomplished when a community comes together for a common goal. I want to make sure to thank all of our wonderful teachers and staff and parents, along with our supportive community to make this happen. It's going to be so fun to watch all of our students learn and grow in all of these new areas that were provided through this amazing expansion of Garfield Elementary. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Kinsley Weiss. I am a third grader and a student council member here at Garfield.
Hi, my name is Will Larson. I'm a fourth grader here at Garfield.
Hi, my name is Ava Milo. I'm a fourth grader and student council member here at Garfield. We are here today to talk about all of the ways that the construction project helped to make our already awesome school more amazing.
G is for our bigger gym. It made our glow room better.
A is for all the carpet and paint that made our rooms more quiet and comfy.
R is for the restrooms. There were more bathrooms by the third, second, and first grade classrooms.
F is for the front of our school. It is safer and more beautiful, especially the big blue pillar.
I is for intelligent. We have lots of great new spaces to learn in.
E is for extra learning. Our new STEM room lets us try science, technology, engineering, and math in a fun way.
L is for lockers. All students have brand new big blue lockers.
D is for the shiny rolling doors in the lunchroom that keep the gym stuff in the gym and the lunch lady safe. We need to protect the peas.
We want to thank all of our construction workers for setting an example of what hard work looks like, and also thank you because you show you love your job and community.
Good morning, everybody. I don't know why, but I have had to follow the students at every single one of these, and they always take my material from me. So I'm going to do my best to improvise a little bit. Good morning. My name is Reed TC, and I'm the Director of Buildings and Grounds for Brainerd Public Schools. And the Buildings and Grounds Department, we get to take care of and maintain all of our facilities. So who here knows Jesse and Andy? Do we all know Jesse and Andy? Can we thank them again for all the work that they did during construction? Thank you, Andy. There's a lot of work that goes into a project like this, especially when you stretch it over 2 years. The moving in and moving out of spaces and the cleanup after construction. It's a lot to take care of. So not only do we maintain the buildings, but we get to be part of the design process when we have an idea in our brain and we want to try and put that idea on paper. That's a very difficult process, and it takes a lot of effort from many different people along the way, especially when you start talking about new kitchens and new gymnasiums, as all the kids talked about before me. We get to choose, or we chose to work with some really great people along this project, and Damien talked about a few of them. I'm going to thank them again because they really, really did spend a lot of hours and work a lot on this project. So again, to ICS, to Damien and Dave, and Kyle and Eric and Robert, you guys in the back, thank you for your everyday work on this project and solving the tough problems when they come up, and continuing to solve the tough problems even as we open our new facility. Wold Architects is not here today, but we want to thank them for their design on the project. And in the back, Damien thanked Widseth as well, but we've worked with Widseth at the Brainerd School District for a long time. And Erica and Tim and everybody from Widseth, Brady, thank you everybody for the work that you've done on this project. And to Katie and Kelly from ARI, they're not here either, but they picked out all the new furniture that we get to have in our classrooms, so we want to thank them as well. So They do the design on these projects. Yes, let's thank them all for their work. But the best designs on paper never get to reality without some really talented contractors. And we had the opportunity to work with some really great local contractors. And first and foremost, Barato Brothers Construction. Matt is here. Matt, thank you. If you would please raise your hand so everybody sees you. Matt, yep, thank you. Barato Brothers did the general construction on this project. And then we had a team of other contractors that did all the other specialty trades. Ben's Fabrication, Cullinex, DeChantel Excavating, Floors by Becker's, Franz and Decorating, Grazzini Brothers, many, many more, Thielen Heating and Roofing, all of our local contractors. We want to thank them a bunch for the work that they've done. So here's a few fun facts, and I shared these at our other grand openings, but I think it really puts into perspective how much work we've done over the last 3 years. We've worked on 13 different schools. So think of the work that we did here. We did that at 12 more buildings, okay? We've built 270 classrooms, and that doesn't account for sped rooms or offices or anything like that. We've built 11 full-size gymnasiums. We've worked on 12 kitchens and cafeterias. We've built 2 swimming pools. We built a performing arts center, and we've worked on over 1 million square feet of buildings in 3 years. So it's quite an accomplishment when you think about some of the numbers that are behind the money that goes into a project like this. So the last question, and I ask this at every school because I think it's important, and I want the kids to raise your hands. How many of you have parents that work in construction? Your moms or dads work in construction? Do they work on buildings and schools? Here's what I need you to do tonight, okay? I want you to go home and tell them thank you. Those people work extremely, extremely hard. They might work on a school, they might work on a hospital, or they might work on a road or a house, right? But it's all something to be super, super proud of. And things like this around us happen because of your parents. So please tell them thank you. And in closing, Principal Kennedy and the students and staff of Garfield, congratulations on making it through 2 years of construction. We're here. We've got a few things to do yet, but please enjoy your new building. Thank you.
Good morning, Garfield Warriors. How are you today? Good. You have been such a great audience. Give yourselves a hand for doing a great job. It's a pleasure today to welcome you to the grand opening and the dedication ceremony of Garfield Elementary School. I'm Lane Larson, the superintendent of Brainerd Public Schools, and I have had more fun in the last 3 weeks going around to all of our elementary school buildings and our swimming pool and working on behalf of all of the people in our community to celebrate the Blueprint 181 projects. Our community's commitment and their investment into our children, our future, continues to amaze me and to inspire me. It's an exhilarating day today for Garfield Elementary School, and I'm honored to stand before you for this historic event. Last fall, my back-to-school speech that I gave to all of the teachers and all the staff in our school was called The Power of a Card. Always be on the right side of your why. And I shared with the entire staff that in 2007, Gary Bratfold, my predecessor when I became the superintendent of Bagley Public Schools, he sent me a card of congratulations. His card meant so much to me that I've had it taped on my computer monitor ever since I received it back in 2007. Look at how ratty and tattered it looks from that process. Following a rather lengthy congratulations on this card, he drew a picture of a Y, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but on the picture of the Y it said, the best interests of. And on the left side of the Y it says, anyone, anything else. And on the right side of the Y it says, students. And then he wrote a note at the bottom that says, Always remember to be on the right side of your why. You may ask, why? Why would he write this? He wrote it as a guide to remind me to make decisions on behalf of the right side of my why, on behalf of our children, on behalf of our students. Given the celebratory time that we're in at Brainerd Public Schools, it's important for us today to review our why. Why are we dedicating these beautiful schools? Why are we doing it, guys? For the students, right. Why is Mrs. Kennedy and the design team and our staff working so hard, so many tireless hours to ensure that the buildings meet your educational needs? For the students, right on. Why do we have a new, safe, and secure entrance to our building? For the students, why did we double the size of this incredible gymnasium? For the, right on, you guys are getting this. Why is the new office area and the nurses station larger so we can have better communication? Right on. Why are we providing computers and sound systems and internet at Garfield Elementary School? For the students, why are we supporting strong programs in our academics, our arts, our activities? You guys got it. Why are we adding additional classrooms to our existing building? For the students. And finally, why do we have new lockers with space underneath? For the students. And we could do all kinds of these whys, couldn't we? But the answer to all of the questions that we have is for our students, your parents, our community, all of the people here today voted for our students. They were thinking about the right side of their why and making decisions for you. That's what Mrs. Kennedy and your teachers and everyone, all of the work that they did to prove that they were true warriors, that they were going to see this through on behalf of our kids. This morning's ceremony is a reminder and a public display of the many successes and the efforts that people have done together in partnership with our community. Reaching a milestone such as this can only be achieved through a genuine partnership, and it is the Warrior Way, and it is for you. Today it is an honor. We get to dedicate our building, and one of the things that we get to do is we get to unveil the bronze plaque, this historic artifact that will be hung in the foyer of Garfield Elementary for the remainder of the school district's history and the history of Garfield Elementary School. It will adorn the entryway with an original professional picture of our school and a current one that will be taken this summer to show the difference in our building. At this time, I invite Ava Milo and Kingsley Weiss forward to unveil the bronze plaque that will be hung in our foyer. Go ahead. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you. Isn't it beautiful? On this plaque, it dedicates to many, many people who have made this project a reality. And I too am going to go through many of the same names, but these people it's important that we recognize them. And when your name is called, I do ask that you please stand. I want to address the entire Board of Education. Chairperson Ruth Nelson, Vice Chair Charles Blacklance, Jana Sjogren, Kevin Boyles, Tom Hagelin, and Sarah Spears. Please give them a round of applause. And also, in the back of our audience today is Sue Kern, one of our past members. Please give her a round of applause. These people, along with Bob Nystrom, Reed Campbell, and Chris Robinson, made some very difficult decisions to make this a reality and to bring it forward to a vote of our public on April 10th, 2018. I also want to take this time to identify the administration who has made this work and who has added a second job to their job in order to make this a reality. I always say this and people get tired of hearing it, but we were the right team at the right time. And at this time, I'd like Assistant Superintendent Dr. Heidi Hahn and your next Superintendent of Schools to please stand up. And it's her birthday. Can you wish her a happy birthday? Yeah, it's her birthday. Wow, what a celebration, huh? May 17th, remember that. Next year, she'll look for cards. Principal Jody Kennedy. Our Building and Grounds Director, Reed TC and Jeff Layton, please both stand for your tireless time. Awesome. Our Director of Business Services, Marcy Lord. Our Communications, Anne Marie Locker and Carla Axelson, who do all of the programs. And our Technology, Justin Barnhart, for making this a reality at every show. It's also an honor because I get to work with the best in the business, our awesome faculty and staff at ISD 181. 3 weeks ago, it was National Teacher Appreciation Week, and we recognized our outstanding teachers at that time. This morning, I had the honor to go to Riverside Elementary School and to give congratulations to 3 teachers who are retiring this year. But Hal Bowman states, in the best schools, everyone in every single position is a teacher. There are dozens of job titles, but all of them share the same role, and that is to change a kid's life forever. We are all teachers, and today we recognize and thank our teachers for your commitment and your dedication to our future, our children. Give yourselves a hand. Thank you. And to our beautiful students, you are the right side of our why. You are the reason that we come to work every single day. You are the reason that we dedicate our careers because we believe in you that you will leave this world in a better place than we have left it for you because you are that incredible. I also want to take time today, so give the students a hand. They're awesome. You guys are the best. Also, I want to express my gratitude for the many contractors who made this work. Literally, you guys, it took thousands and thousands of people to make these building projects happen. And Mr. TC talked about how much work has been done. It's amazing, the partnership that we've had together. Thank you to the ICS, to Damian Williams, to Kyle Walters, to Eric Baker and Robert Etter. Again, thank you for leading this project along with Widseth. Tim Ramerth, Erica Markison, Lindsay Krenz, Brady Bessler, I see you there. Thank you guys. Let's give them a round of applause. And they also gave us these cool bracelets that we all have, so thank you for that. Also, thank you to Matt Rednicki for being here from Barato Brothers Construction, to Holden Electric, Rice Lake, Contracting, ARI with Katie Hildenbrand, Wold Architects with Sarah Kelsenberry and Val Peterson, and to Thielen Heating and Roofing. Also, this never would have happened. This never would have occurred without your parents and the members of our business community and our community who came out and said, we will vote yes for you, for our children, the right side of our why. And with that, I want to thank the people who led the Vote Yes Committee, and some of them are with us today. Kim Ellingson, Christy Ramler, Sarah Spear, Jana Sjogren, Jessica Gangle, Brad Mouse, and Warren Larson. thank you to them for doing that work. So enough talking, Mrs. Larson. Let's do the next step and the final step in our dedication. We're going to have the ribbon cutting. Once the ribbon is cut, the ceremony will officially be over, and Garfield Elementary School's reconstruction project will be dedicated to Brainerd Public Schools. Principal Kennedy will send out her final best wishes at the end. But at this time, everyone who is a speaker, please come forward. And Will is going to be right in the center, and he is going to cut the ribbon today.
So Will's been eyeing up that jumbo scissors all morning. Was it fun, Will? Yeah, I figured it would be. Again, I just want to say thank you for coming today. To the students, you've been amazingly patient. I don't know that we've sat this long ever. So thank you for your patience. I also just want to say I am glad construction is done. I don't know that my budget for pizza and ice cream for the construction people was actually, I probably doubled it, but I didn't care, because when it was 90 out and they were here, they needed water and they needed food and they needed to know that we care. So to all the Dairy Queen Dilly bars and Peanut Buster Parfait bars, I learned a lot of things about construction workers. They like chocolate too. So thank you for coming today. Thank you for celebrating with our kids, and thank you for loving our kids, because this building is ours forever. And if you aren't doing anything tonight, the show will go on. Our 3rd and 4th grade performances are tonight, and Mrs. Larson, you saw just a small taste of what a Garfield program looks like. Tonight, the halls will be rocking all night long, so come on back and have some fun. Thank you.